Good morning, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a rope bowl. Now you made a rope pot holder, and so this is a little bit different. I've got two little bitty ones here. These are just little ones, but I'm going to show you a couple more over here at the table, and you can make them as big as you want, and I'll show you what I put in them. Okay, let's get started. Here are the things that you're going to need to make this rope bowl. I've got this clothesline, just like I did before. Same thing. This was from Walmart. I think it was 98 cents, 89. It was $100. I got a couple here left over from making the bowls. You're going to need your rotary cutter or your scissors. And you're going to need your ruler if you're going to use your rotary cutter. These strips are different sizes right now. This is my strips that I'm going to use. I cut my strips, I believe, 1 inch. This white one here is 1 inch. Now here's the bowls that I've made. So here's a little bitty one, just to give you an idea how big it is. This one's a little bit bigger. This one's bigger yet. There's my hand. And then this one got a little bit bigger. I'll put this one in there to give you an idea. And then that one's bigger yet. Let's put that in there. I don't know if you've seen this online. It looks like candy, but it's fabric. And I put it, let's see here. Back this up a little bit. Just like that, I fill the bowl up. Seen my clips this size in this bowl. Blue bowl here, I keep these purple clips, and it fills it up. Now I'm going to show you how I'm cutting some of these off. Now this is taking the selvage off. All I did was put my ruler right next to it. Doesn't need to be perfect. I don't believe there's any kind of mistakes. But when I lay this down, it is, instead of being 2 inches, it's 1 3/4 inches. So I'm just going to leave it, because I don't want them too narrow. Now this one I might be able to do it. Yeah, this one I can do 1 inch and take off the selvage. And I'll show you what I do. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Make it as wide and practice on a couple pieces so that you see what it turns out to look like. Then you'll know the difference between the thinner strips versus the thicker strips. Let's see, I'm just going to go with the lines on my ruler. Well, let's see, let's leave it over here, and I just follow that line right there. There you go. And does anybody recognize this fabric? This is the fabric that's left over from my block of the month that I'm working on. These are all the strips I didn't need to use. So now I can make a bowl out of them, which is pretty good, because I believe I'm making a table runner with my blocks. And if that's the case, then here, it's about halfway. Then I'll have a bowl I can actually put that'll match it, because it has the same fabrics in it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue and cut all these strips. All right, over here at the sewing machine, I've changed my needle to a size 14. This is the same needle I used in the other project. I've put in black cotton thread for the bobbin, and I'm using this blue. That's what I'm going to use, because all my colors are kind of dark like that. Now the first thing you do is you decide what you want the bottom inside of your bowl to be, the color. Because the very beginning of your project is actually the inside of the bowl. You take your rope here, and I believe this color here is just fine for the inside. Let's see. Now what I do is I will lay my fabric like this and put this on the top. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to cover the tip. So I fold it down over it and then just come forward with the, hopefully my hands aren't in the way here. Okay, come down like that, fold it over towards me, and then all I do, because it's like on an angle, is I start going around and wrapping it. And as I wrap it, I'll pull this out. So let me wrap it a little bit here. And this is where my clips come in handy. I'm going to get my camera position. So let's start over. So go ahead and either put it straight up like this or at an angle. I'm going to do it at an angle. I'm not using any glue yet. I'm covering the top. So it looks like this. And then take that. And then this is where you would start. And you're just grab a hold of this and roll the rope as you pull on the fabric. Okay, and then first thing I do is, now that I got the top up edge up here wrapped, just stick a clip in it. Alright, so that holds the very beginning. Now what you do is just slowly, I hold my left hand. Now I'm right-handed, so if you're left-handed, do it the opposite direction. Or you can try it this way, because I know that even though you would be left-handed, you could still learn how to do it this way and it'd be comfortable. And all you're trying to do is take your fabric and wrap it over the top. As you come down this rope, you're wrapping your fabric, just like this, turning and wrapping. And that's all you're trying to do. And you want to wrap it as tight as you can. Let's see if I can. I'm going to put another clip over here to hold this. And then just take this and wrap it as tight as you can, and turn the rope and pull down on your fabric. And that's mainly what you do. You just keep wrapping it. And I know this rope's going to get twisted, so you'll have to turn it. If your rope is not too long, and I'm not really making a big bowl, you could put your rope on the floor if you want, or you can put it in another container. Just keep wrapping this. And because this is so wide, if you can get it further spread out, that would be good too. Otherwise, just keep wrapping. Just get yourself in a rhythm. And then when you get down here to the tail end, before the next piece, let's see here, what I do is I go ahead and I put my little rotary cutting mat out here. And then I put a little bit of glue on this fabric at the end. And then roll this over. And then I put a clip right here till I get my next piece out to hold it. So this is how much I've got done. And I'm going to put another piece on it. And you continue putting your pieces, because what we're trying to do is get a lot of fabric down the rope so that we can make the inside of the bowl, the bottom of the bowl. So when I start, put a little glue on this. Let's see if I can grab my... So I put the glue, let me see if I can turn this down a little bit. Oops. I guess I should put a disclaimer. No animals hurt in this video. Although they're on the floor, they didn't get hit. So I took my glue and I put it right along there. And then I take my clip off. And remember, I'm wrapping towards me. So take this at an angle. Just like that. Whoops, wrong angle. Put a little bit more at an angle. Okay. And wrap it. And then I'll go ahead and I'll stick my clip. Okay. And then just keep wrapping. And if it doesn't get super duper tight, it's okay. You're never going to see it once the bowl gets made, okay? Okay. Just try to keep putting it in an angle as you go along. All right, hopefully that's enough to get you started. I'm going to go ahead and put some more on here, and then I'll be back. So the first thing I do is I take my clip off the top, and I probably should have put some glue on it, but I am going to take my rope, and what I'm doing is I'm going to sew a stitch in here. So I just stick it so a little bit is coming towards you. I'm going to make my stitch length, I'm moving up to 4, and then this is going to be a straight stitch to begin with. Let's see. Try to go about down the middle. It doesn't really make any difference. I'm just trying to get my thread locked right there. For starters. Okay. Now, I want to make a circle, so I bring my rope on the left hand side of my sewing machine and I meet the two together with my finger and put my foot down, and now I'm going to do a zigzag stitch. So depending on the thickness of your rope, that's how you're going to tell the width of your zigzag. So my excuse me, sewing machine starts out at 4.5. Now I'm going to decrease my length because I want the zigzag closer together. I don't want it spread out or it won't catch it. And it may have skipped stitches. So I put my length for going back and forth and coming towards me at 2. The width, I'm starting out at 4.5 to see how far it goes. So let me see if it goes to the right or the left. Okay, that didn't. Let's see here. Okay, so that caught it. The foot. And then I roll it backwards. And I'm going to put the foot down, but I'm lifting up my needle because it's going to go to the right and I want it to line it up. So what you're lining up when you do your zigzag is the middle of your foot is going to go down where the two pieces of rope met. You want to go right down the middle. This way the zigzag will go on the right and the left. And then you'll know the distance that you need. Like, do I need more than 4.5? Looking at it, no. Because you remember you're going down. Let me get my... I made it so that the rope is on my left-hand side. Now this is just for the beginning of it. So it's going straight down here. So you're going to be adjusting constantly. Zigzag on each side of the fabric. I don't know if this angle is very good or not, but let's try it. It'll take you a minute to get used to it and the hang of it. That's okay. And this is just like when you made your pot holder bowl. You're just going around a circle. Or if you want an oval bowl, you can do it oval. You don't need to have a circle. Okay, let me see if I can move this a little bit and get it at another angle. Let's see if that helps any. Okay, I've got it rethreaded, and then I'm going to lock it in place. This is why it's so important to go kind of slow so that you don't break your thread, because if you go too fast, yes, your thread will break. I'm going to go ahead and make my length a little bit smaller. I kept the width, and you can go over it more than once when you get done with this bottom. I usually flip it over and do the other side. And this is just 100% cotton. This is about where I want to make the bottom of my bowl. I'm going to be finished right here at this point as soon as I get this next fabric on there and started. Okay. Alright, now take it out. Take a look at it, and I can see that I have skipped stitches over here. So I'm going to go ahead and reinforce it. Just go back in. Lock it into place. Just went forward and backwards a little bit. Just keep track of it. This is where you're going to look at it, examine it, see if you like it or not. You can clip whatever threads you want, and I'd say it's pretty good. Alright, so now this is where we're going to learn how to turn our bowl, but I'm going to put some more fabric on here before I do that, because this isn't enough. I mean, that's not even going to show you how to turn it, so hold on a sec. This is the way you've been making it, where this was on the outside. You want to flip it so that this is on the inside, and then you'll be turning your bow up. Go ahead and lock it in place with your zigzag, and then slowly go ahead and do the same thing you've been doing. And what this is doing is making the bowl part, which is the biggest part, on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and do a whole strip here. As soon as I get past this clip, I'm going to show you how to start lifting up on the bowl. Okay. Reinforce this. Okay, so this is what you do, and it's just a slow process. You're going to lift up on your bowl like that. So see, all I did was lift it up on it. You can do that. Okay, so you lift up on the bowl, you hold this up as you slowly sew, okay? And you're holding this up. The higher you hold it, the more your bowl will have a side on it. I know that sounds kind of funny, but bear with me here. See if I can get a few rows on here. Get this clip off. You gotta go backwards and reinforce it because your stitches are skipping. That's fine. You can stop and do that. And don't worry, your finger's not gonna get stuck by the needle. As soon as you go up against the foot, you're not going underneath your foot here, so you can't get your finger caught in the needle. In case you're wondering about that. Reinforce that a little bit. Get this one off of here. Take your time. You can always take this project off the sewing machine and come back to it if you decide you want to make your bowl bigger. There's always a stopping point. Right here. Let's take this out. Whoops. Forgot to lift my needle. Okay. And as you can tell, the bowl has already started curving. See that? It's already started curving. You can tell it's not laying flat. Here's the flat part. Here's the part that's already curved on it. Just that little bit that we've done already. Alright, so I'm going to add some more fabric. I've wrapped up all the rope that I'm going to use. And now I'm going to go ahead and continue. I don't want to make it too big because I want to show you the tail end of it. So I'm going to get it back underneath here. As you sew it, you keep lifting up on the end. All I'm doing is trying to keep right in the middle of these two pieces. Sounds like it's, I need to back that up. Oh, it did break my thread. I heard that coming. get finished with my bows, I go all the way around them and reinforce them again. It's out of a habit. Here towards the ending of it. Now if you want to put handles on this, or one handle, all you do is leave a loop. I'm going to show you here. Like this here, and then sew across that and then catch it. But I don't want one in this. Coming to the end, and then what you do is I cut my rope so I can cover the end down here, because you want to cover it. And what I'll do is I'll wrap it. Let's see if I cut enough of my rope off. Nope, I did not. Here we go. Okay. Because you want more fabric than a rope at the tail end. So this is what I do. And I'm going to go ahead and I hold it. And then go ahead and sew it. All the way to the end. And then because your rope is right here at the edge, I take my stylus and then I decrease my width and make it smaller, and then come up on my bow and I just keep making it smaller and smaller. So I've got it down to 2.5 right now. Okay, then I'll back it up. And then go forward a little bit. Okay, and then here's the bowl. And then here's the bowl right here. That's it. Now you can make it bigger and bigger and bigger. See? So I hope you like this video and you try a bowl for yourself. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and go back over this. And then on the corner here, I'll go ahead and I'll stitch that down. And then if you want to put a little button or something, that's where you would put it, right up here. Just stick you a button right up here where you've finished off your project. Let me go get a button so I can show you. So here's a purple button. Or you could do something, and this is a different kind of button, as you can see. Let's see if I can hold up here with my pen. Okay. Or this blue one here is different also. And you could put it up there. Either one of these would look nice. Let's see if I can. just to give you an idea. And just sew it on with your needle and thread. Okay, here is our finished bowl. And like I said, you can either put the purple or this blue button, either button. Turned out really nice. And I'll go back and reinforce that. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and like I said, you can even put a whole row of little buttons, 3 or 4 fancy buttons. You can make buttons, whatever you want, but I hope you enjoyed making this bowl. I hope you make one for yourself, and till next time, bye-bye.